Hey everyone, it's John Sosha and I'm the co-founder and CEO here at Thyme.org. So we figured we should make some videos periodically to help you understand what new features we've been working on to make your practice a little bit easier. Specifically, this is Thyme.11.3. For whatever that numerical means, I'm here to help explain things that have changed recently and that we've updated for you. But first, a prelude. We've seen some amazing work for our member firms, and we were so excited we wanted to share some highlights. We have seen some super stunning numbers out of our user base upon Thyme adoption, particularly this last quarter. Here are a few outstanding results we just picked out of a hat. To all of our clients, thank you. It is so thrilling to help make your practice easier to manage, and it's so exciting for us to watch you guys absolutely have the time of your lives making the worst parts of our job, billing, at least a little bit more bearable. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Now, let's jump into some proper feature highlights. Okay, first, some housekeeping. Over the last 6 weeks, we've launched a huge variety of bug fixes, stability changes, and sync hardening measures to help Thyme just work better more generally. If we've done our job, which we think we have, most of you haven't noticed anything different. That is a good thing. We've also cleaned up some menus, made the onboarding experience more intuitive, made a bunch of behind-the-scenes changes, and even launched a new Thyme.org website. Exciting times ahead, but none of that is terribly exciting, so let's keep moving. Now, you may have noticed some brand new tabs on your Thyme dashboard since you last heard from us. I'll start with the Targets tab. We wanted to make progress towards targets a lot more visualized and intuitive to help keep you and your team on track and to help everyone know where they're at through the month. I know how hard it can be to try and interpret how much I have to bill each day based on spreadsheets and really clunky and intuitive readouts, so Thyme is here to help you with that. If your team dips below daily objectives on the main graph, the line turns orange. If you meet or exceed the target, the line turns green. You can edit monthly or annual objectives for any team member at any time. Now you can also click over to the Teams tab to get the same view for various litigation groups or practice areas, helping you diagnose problems at the practice group level, not just the individual level. For a somewhat similar theory, let's go to the Billables tab. As a firm manager, I was constantly frustrated that I never really knew where revenue was coming from, especially over various teams and practice areas, especially as the firm grew. The Billables tab is a more granular and detailed breakdown of your firm's revenue sources, showing you the % share of your top billers' contribution to the bottom line. You can review similar breakdowns at the practice area and teams level. We've tried to make every level of your firm visible so you can not just diagnose when there's a problem, but where it is to help you actually address it. You can check out your revenue comparisons versus the prior year, your revenue monthly averages, and even your top performing practice areas so you can know which part of your business is doing the most lift. We think this is pretty neat. It gives you visibility into your business that Clio's functionality doesn't currently provide intuitively, but we are super excited about this last feature. I present to you the ability to see the future in your law firm. As our team at Hammett Law grew, it became super difficult for management to stay on top of customer complaints like we used to. When we weren't on the email chain directly, the natural fallibility and sluggishness of human communication between teams became really evident when responding to unhappy clients in dynamic litigation scenarios. Often, by the time a complaint reached our management or customer care team to address, the client had already blown up, left a bad review, and fired us. There were so many times when I and our management team wished, had we just known about a complaint even 10% sooner, we could have saved ourselves a whole heap of trouble and headache. Fixing that problem is why we made the Matters tab in Thyme. The Matters tab tags along on all of your communications and monitors context-sensitive client communications. Anytime a client on an active matter complains, accuses, or disputes a bill or anything similar, an alert will flag on the Matters dashboard for owners or managers to review. There you can review the complaint, review the email chain in question, and even check activity context of the wider matter to know how hot the case has been recently, to help guide your response and understand how to approach the situation. All of this happens whether or not your management team is on the email chain, and instantly, too. Thyme will even help you flag outstanding balances and payment delays as soon as your team hears about them. Again, whether or not your management team is on the email chain. Once an issue is flagged in Thyme, you can ignore the complaint as a non-issue, or escalate it to your care team to address as needed. But the Matters dashboard doesn't just tackle complaints. It also flags compliments and thankful clients, allowing management to know when opportunities to ask for reviews arise. And as an additional bonus, you get to know who your low-risk clients are and who your rockstar staff are. At our practice, we know how important it is to get the positivity known as well as the negativity. So much at your firm probably goes right behind your back, and you never know about it because no problems ever show up from it. Thyme will get you more visibility at every level of your team, and we hope it's as helpful for you as it is helpful for us. These features are live, but they're also mostly beta features. We have a lot of upgrades, improvements, and changes planned to make these tools more intuitive, smarter, and more fit for practice. In a lot of ways, these tools are our first MVP. They're the first out the door, our best first attempt at something useful for your team, but they aren't perfect yet. To make them perfect, we need your help. We rely on customer feedback to rapidly make changes, so please report any issues, suggestions, or improvements you can think of. We read everything you submit within minutes of receiving tickets, so I can assure you your efforts have not been in vain whenever you hit that report or suggest button on the main dashboard. If you ever want to provide feedback directly, I would be thankful. And also feel free to reach out to support@Thyme.org if you ever have any questions. See you guys soon.